I don't smoke, but like when I look at shit like that, I'm like, wow, that looks so damn dope. That is so dope. But I did see the one with DJ Quik.
Oh yeah,
and he was like, I'm fucking high.
he got
bro.
high.
I'm
Yeah,
fucking high.
you know the guy who got the highest in there was Joe Rogan.
No shit.
Yeah, we got Joe. He was very uncomfortably high.
Uncomfortably high.
Yeah, because you could see it in his body language. He's like trying to find a comfort zone, like, and you know, it's because he also took a dab before he got in the car.
Oh shit.
And so, you know, we're high before we get in there. This is just what we do, right? I mean, it's like a daily routine. So getting in that car, it's really the only thing we're suffering is the heat because it gets a little warm in there.
Yeah.
But realistically, the smoke, this is what we do. I mean, you come to Green Thumb University, we train you to be an elite,
exactly,
top-notch smoker of any type.
You graduate with honors.
You graduate with honors. There's no turning back once you come in. So like, we're used to that shit. Other people, you know, it takes them a second to adjust, and if they don't adjust, they're waiting to get the fuck out. And yeah, Joe Rogan, this is my boy, and I love him, but he was waiting to get out that box. He was like, these guys are savages.
How long does it usually go for in smoke box?
Well, so originally when we started them, they were like a 12 to 15 minute interview tops.
Okay. Because
we knew that people weren't going to be able to go past that, right? And we were sharing joints at that point, you know, so it was easy. It's easier when you're sharing one joint with whoever's in there, if it's 2 or 4 people. It's enough smoke, but you know, it's doable. Now, before the pandemic and all that other shit happened,
yes,
I had gotten sick through someone having FOMO of, you know, like they jumped in our smoke circle sick and they didn't want to be left out of hitting the weed because it's extravagant weed, and they got a few of us sick like that, and I fucking got a bad one. So after that I was like, no more. I'm gonna fucking, you know, we have enough weed to roll joints for everybody here.
Right.
Everybody's gonna smoke their own shit in the box, out of the box, whatever. So I started smoking individual joints in the box.
Right.
That made it harder for other people because now it's 4 joints.
Yeah.
In the box as opposed to 4 guys sharing one joint. So it's like 3 times the smoke.
Right.
Or double the smoke, whatever. And so it makes it harder, man. And yeah, Quik, he got the smoke. But he hung. I mean, he made it through. He didn't ask for a pause. Where, you know, there was a couple people that asked for pauses for a second, and we don't normally do that, but I don't want to kill anybody, so we allowed a pause. But it's a serious fucking situation. It's meant to be fun, but it gets pretty serious.
Do you ever have any women in there that can really hang?
Yeah, there was Madison Ivy. She was an adult film actress. She, out of probably all the females, was like the heaviest. She came in with joints bigger than the ones I had. I had to re-roll my joints because her joints made mine look like little bitch ass joints. And I couldn't have that. So I had to re-roll my joints. And you know, her smoke box was pretty fucking smoky, you know what I mean? And she hung it. She wasn't like trying to get out. Chicks have, you know, women have a high tolerance for smoke. Like in the dab world, like doing concentrates, some of them do more dabs than dudes do. Like their tolerance is crazy.
Wow.
So, you know, and then who else was there? Michelle Rodriguez. She was in there. She hung pretty well. She didn't smoke a lot, but she hung with the smoke.
So even just hanging with the smoke, even if you don't really smoke, you can really fuck you up.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Definitely. I mean she smoked the joint. She just didn't like smoke like we smoke. Like we'll go through 2 joints in that fucking box, where other folks would just be like casually hitting it. But the guy who surprised me most was, I don't know if you ever seen that movie. What's it called? Grandma's Boy. You ever seen Grandma's Boy?
No.
Or any Adam Sandler movie? There's a dude named Peter Dante in most of his movies. This dude in Grandma's Boy was like the drug dealer or the weed dealer. And he was fucking hilarious. Yeah, and it's based off of that. And the monkey, yeah, he had the monkey and the African homie with them, and they had a bunch of fucking animals in
You
the
want to
crib.
take one shot with me, B?
Sure, let's do it.
Okay, let's take one shot. And
so when
celebration.
Peter Dante comes in the box, this dude is smoking like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, bro. Like he's taking these big old, Spicoli stoner hits. Like he's gone through his joint in like 2 minutes. We're like, damn, we got to roll this dude some more weed because like he's blowing through it like faster than I am. I'm like, damn, this fucking dude could smoke. And he became a really good friend of ours. But like that dude got the medal. He could sit in there with the best of us, and like he's just smoking like a vacuum, man. Crazy.
Oh, yeah. I always say to a long and prosperous life.
Likewise, brother. Nice.
Now, one thing that I wanted to ask you about, because you guys didn't do this in a regular setting, you and your team were just recently with Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys go check that out on Dr. Green Thumb on YouTube. How did all that come about, and where did that take place?
So that was at the Woods on Santa Monica, and I think it's West LA or something like that, at West Hollywood or something. And I think it's owned by Woody Harrelson.
Oh shit! Okay.
And Cheech was doing a product launch there, and our team connected with his team because we've been friends a long time, and we thought, you know what, hey, let us broadcast there in one of the smoke lounges because they got a beautiful smoke lounge. It's sick. Looks like a Zen tropical garden back there. They got 4 cabanas where you can go in there and get your smoke on and stuff like that. So they set us up in one of the cabanas to do the broadcast there. And originally we were supposed to just have Cheech because it was his product. Chicheladas is an infused drink, 50 milligrams of THC in a michelada mix called Chichelada, and it's really good.
That's dope.
It's really good too. I'll say that. Like some of the drinks don't taste good. His actually tastes really good. So he was, he agreed to do the podcast with us to plug the drink and to just chop it up with us because he had never done any of our shows. Chong, on the other hand, has done the Smoke Box 3 times. He's sat at the table with us. In the cannabis world, him and I have done many things together. So Chong and I have done many things together. I mean, he hosted our Cypress Hill smoke out one year. We almost put him in the hospital. So we've had a relationship with Chong, but we've never had both of them together. Like never.
That was classic.
And so, Chong happened to show up to support Cheech in the product launch. They were doing a meet and greet together for Cheech's product launch. And, so as I'm interviewing Cheech, Chong shows up and he's like, I'll sit in. And boom, we got him. I was like, oh man, this is the dream scenario. The dream scenario was the smoke box, to be honest. But I already know those dudes are like a little bit older.
Yeah. And
that's not going to be an easy task for them to sit in that car. So doing the Green Thumb show made more sense. And fuck, it happened organically because we didn't even plan to have Chong. And he was like, I know those dudes, they're how people are asking them constantly to do shit. And I try never to impede on their time when they're, locked in for something because I already know, like everybody's asking them for something. It's Cheech and Chong,
Of course, yeah.
And I got lucky. I was fucking lucky that Chong, has enough love for me to be like, yeah, I'll sit in for Be Real. Cool. Make a bunch of crazy ass jokes that would get your average person canceled these days.
Yeah, exactly.